Hi friends, and welcome back to Lily's readings. Today we're going to do a general reading for the water zodiac signs. I'm doing it differently. I just feel like I need to. Spirit has told me to do it this way, and this is the way I'm going to do it. So this is completely different. This line right here is going to be Cancer. This line is Pisces, and this line is Scorpio. All right, so let's dive in. Let's see what you need to know. This is a general love reading for all water zodiac signs. Cross watchers, welcome. Thank you for watching as well. So here we have is the World, King of Wands, and then we have the Five of Cups. All right, with the World you could be dealing with the Capricorn. With the Wands, it's the fire signs. You can be dealing with the Aries, Leo, and the Sagittarius. Water, you can also have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio in here. Now this sounds like a reading. When the cards fell out, I don't do reversals, but as they fell out, they did fall in reverse. So when I see something like that, it indicates to me the feeling of something is not finished, something is not moving on, or it's just going to take some time before something ends up coming to a complete finish, right? So here, that's the World for you, where the World speaks of new beginnings, but the card did fall out in reverse. So for me, it just says something is slowed down before we can get to the new beginning. This is not a completion, not a full completion. Okay, so just so you know, the King of Wands is someone who is contemplating, someone who's becoming creative, and it's almost like I get this feeling of they're kind of smirking, they're kind of laughing, like when their life goes to shit, they go and they find what is best for them. It's like they want attention in a way that they know is wrong, right? Wands are about creativity. For me, I feel like he's becoming creative in finding what he wants to do when it comes to you, or what this person wants to do when it comes to you. Now, the Five of Cups might be the relationship that you guys had. Cups are knocked upside down, or cups are knocked over, you know, like we are not happy and we're contemplating on our past, on what we did, what, you know, what happened. It's like we keep looking in on this type of feeling where there is two cups that are right there. They want some type of fulfillment, and they're hoping if they can come back, they can get fulfillment. But what I want to say is it kind of feels like nothing's changed at the moment. It feels like your person is just, I get that, I don't know, I keep hearing vindictive. I don't know if this is you, please do let me know. But it feels like your person, when they're with you, they can really, really be loyal. Things are really great. It's because what they're trying to do is erase what's going on in their current situation. Now, they do want to come back. I do feel like there's an apology. I do feel like they're genuine, but I don't feel like anything is changing. So there you have it, the Knight of Cups. I don't feel like anything is changing, which is why Spirit has not allowed them to come into your life at the moment. The Sun speaks of, I mean, if you look at the Sun here, and I'm going to show you in two different ways. Right? They're two different cards. They look completely different, right? So this is what you're dealing with. This is someone who needs a healing. This is someone who is, you know, when you look at the baby, you look at vulnerability. You look at free will. You look at total happiness. This is someone that you're dealing with. They are vulnerable. They are completely, you know, like they you know, act as if they're happy towards everything. And that's the energy that they bring in. It's not like they're unstable. They just, you know, they're just the type of person that they're always happy-go-lucky. Like nothing seems to faze them. Nothing seems to bother them. But I feel like the Knight of Cups has always been my Romero. The Knight of Cups is someone who, you know, it's like a car salesman. He will sell you the worst car on the lot, but when you drive home and you think that that car is a 2026 car, and then you drive it off the lot and slowly the car starts to break down. This is what this is to me. This is what this feels like, is the mask that slips. This person, your person, is being patient though. They're biding time. They haven't quite, you know, made it your way, but they do think of you. But it's like they want to come back, but I don't know, to be honest, if they're thinking about pulling the same crap that they did the last time that they were with you, if, you know, that makes any type of sense. Spirit guides and angels, give us some advice. I know a lot of you are like, nope, I don't want him back if he's going to be pulling the same crap, because that's the reason why he is where he's at. I feel like with the Page of Wands is like you're, oh, it's a third. Yeah, this is kind of what you're expecting, though. I think this is what you're feeling. And I also do want to point out, you know, I kind of forgot, but this is also very, very true. A third party situation is, you know, your person could be married to their job. They could have influences around them. They could be, you know, doing something, you know, that just takes up more time, where they're not fully contemplating on you, where they never ever have enough time for you. But in other circumstances, yes, it is a third party. Okay, so I feel like it's almost like when we look at the, now I'm gonna spin it a little bit, because I feel like with the advice that's giving to you, it's like it's almost like you're looking off in the distance, but you're kind of expecting this to happen. You're kind of seeing this happen, where it's like the immaturity, you know, it's like that's all you know from this person is the immaturity of that type of a energy that they're bringing in. So it's almost like you don't see a change, so you're kind of stuck, as in, you know what, no, if this person is coming back like this, then it has to have this, right? Because this person has not grown. So therefore, I don't want him. It's almost like Spirit is saying, but you might be surprised because Spirit is not allowing that to happen, which is why things have slowed down. Because I do feel like this person is contemplating and thinking about coming towards you, but I feel like Spirit is not allowing such behavior to happen. Spirit guides and angels, can you just, I know you gave us the somewhat of a guidance. Can you just give me a little bit more? I feel like there needs to be an ending here. I feel like I'm left on a cliffhanger. So I feel like when this happens, and this is probably why I'm left on a cliffhanger, because I'm not supposed to know, and maybe you're not supposed to know, but this is the Seven of Wands, where she needs to ground herself. She needs to listen to her intuition, but she's also guided. She's talking to Spirit. She's talking to universe. She's talking to something of higher power, higher self. And it's like Spirit is saying, use your intuition, because it's you who is magic. It is you who is doing all the calling and the planning and the saying. So it's kind of you who calls the shots. You're in control of what you're looking for. I feel like almost like you lit something up, and you're kind of looking up there where you're expecting something more. And Spirit says that you actually have the control. So if you are expecting something more, then use that magic that you have within, because that's what will happen. That's what I feel. I'm not going to pull anymore, because I feel like I could go down a hole of like never ending, you know, just I can just keep pulling and pulling, and we'll never get an absolute end game here. I feel like there's more to the story. Anyways, let's move on to the Pisces, right? Pisces is Three of Cups, Three of Wands, and then we have the Six of Wands. So we do have two threes, which, you know, threes are creativity. If you put 3 and 3 together, it becomes 33, which is a master number, and working with higher power. I feel like within this type of story, I don't know, this is a gut feeling that I have within me. I mean, remember again, it could be a third party. You could actually, let's go back. You could be working with, your person can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, which is, you know, we are reading water signs right now. You could also have, your person can have fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Your person can have air in their chart, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius as well. It doesn't have to be, you can just use this and resonate it with, you know, your person is, you know, but to help you out, that's what I'm giving you. But here we have is, I feel like your person, it's a third party situation, but again, your person can be working, your person can be doing something. I feel like we need to find an equal, I don't know, I just feel like it almost like, it might not be your person. It might be someone who was your person, but is not your person. I feel like you've moved forward. I feel like you don't see something coming, but something is coming your way where it might surprise you. I feel like your person that has left you is returning, almost like, but they're coming back cloaked. Like they're coming back masking their feelings. They're coming back, maybe they feel some type of, I hear betrayal is what is coming out strong. But I feel like there's, a lot of shame, a lot of embarrassment. I feel like the water is like when they move towards you, they feel a sense of calmness, like they need you in their life. And I feel like they're coming back, but they might be the one who is putting you in a third party situation where you're perfectly fine where you're at. So this is almost like a surprise that comes to you. I feel like someone is moving your way with an apology to where you might be like, what the hell? I moved on. I'm doing my life. Why all of a sudden? I feel like because your person is starting to wake up and realize that, you know what, they didn't know how good they had it until they let it go. And now as they're getting older, they want to settle, and with whoever they are with, they're not happy. And they think of you because that's the one who was real. All right, spirit guides and angels, give us more to this situation. Your person is having an inner battle, or it could be you having an inner battle. I feel like whatever the case may be is someone is really struggling inside their head. I feel like it could be your person. I feel like they give off this sense of calmness, but what they're doing is it's going to take them a lot of courage. Your person actually might be looking at some Facebook, social media, word of mouth, like they're trying to get some information on you. Your person might have their heart or had their heart in a cage for a while to where they were very blunt. They were very cold. They might have made you feel some type of way as well. So I feel like, though, these are the qualities of your person where they're struggling. They're struggling to understand something. They're very stubborn too as well, is what that feels like. It's always like their way or the highway. It kind of feels like it's like, I don't know. I feel like they might have a mask too as well. But I feel like your person is almost like trying to put a plan in motion, but they're kind of embarrassed about the plan in motion that they're about to make. Now, I feel like with this being said, I feel like the advice that they give you, right, this is more on this situation, but this for me is the advice. The advice that Spirit is giving you is you already started manifesting. You already started manifesting what you want. You threw your cups out into the world to see what Spirit had for you, and Spirit fulfilled those cups. They fulfilled the cups by giving you happiness and abundance and appreciation and all the things that you have in your life. Are you willing to let this person in? Because once upon a time, it felt like, this person was a soul connect. But I also feel like now you found your person. You found who you truly and honestly want to be with. But I feel like there might be some creativity, like almost like you're thinking, how can you keep this person in your life while living the life that you want and the life that you have? I feel like this person also, it's like maybe like you don't want to let your person go because you've known them for a very long time, or there's some type of a loyalty, or you know what, when I look at this too as well, there's the dog. Like there are people who are mean. Like, use this as an example. There are people who are mean to their animals. Why? I have no idea. And maybe they should not even be having their animals. But this is what I feel, right? You guys have known each other for a while where your person thought it was okay. And they kicked you when you were down. They kicked you when you needed them the most. And yet you still stayed loyal. You still went back to your person. You still had a heart. Now, I'm not calling you a dog, but I'm saying it's almost like the qualities. Like you still went back to your person. You still loved. You still gave it your all. And yet your person never saw you. Your person never saw that. And, you might have been doing that for a long time. It's almost like Spirit is saying, remember, don't forget. We can forgive and let go, right? But remember what happened in this situation. and really think and really contemplate, because your person might come back with their tail tucked between their, their legs, but I don't know. This doesn't feel right. It feels like an old soul connection, but it also feels like, man, you might do it out of pity. You might not want to let them go. It's completely up to you what you're choosing. But Spirit is saying, don't forget. Don't forget what you went through. Take that and learn from it. You want to be friends. You want to get back with that person. It's completely up to you. But I don't think your person is trying to change. Or there's maybe if they do change, I don't know. I feel like I kind of want to contradict myself a minute. It's almost like if they did change, like, what did they change? What are they doing to better themselves? What are they doing that they can get into relationship with you and you can notice this change? Because if they haven't changed while they're not with you, they're not going to change being with you, is what I want to say. Let's move on to Scorpio energy, all right? So here we have is the Sun, the Nine of Pentacles, and then we have the Ace of Swords, okay? So the Sun, you can be dealing with the Leo, all right? You can be also dealing with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You can be dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I feel like in this story they feel very vulnerable. They feel very vulnerable, and it's almost like either you're single or your person is single, something that has to do with being single. But it also has to do with having a type of conversation where it's almost like independence. I don't really get this situation, and if this is you, please do let me know. I am going to pull some more, but I feel like there's a very tough conversation that is coming your way. And I feel like you're going to see something as well, because even though she's single and there's a bird on her arm, what do? We send birds off to look at something, right? So maybe you're going to find something out through social media, or your person is going to find something out on social media. Let's see. You might feel like you're in turmoil. You might feel like, or maybe this is your person. They might feel like, because I feel like the waves are rocky. I feel like it's the feeling of turmoil. I feel like your person has made some strides to grow, or they have planted seeds for their future. But now there's been a turn of events where the Two of Swords there's a very difficult decision that they have to make. And in order to make this decision, I feel like they need to pull off the blindfolds and they need to see things. They need to stop, because when you have blindfolds on, it's like you're in denial. You're not seeing things for what it truly is. And that's where this difficult decision comes from. And it could be the fear of the vulnerability, where your person might not want to be making or trying to make steps. And until they pull the blindfolds off and admit to what is going on in their world or their life, I don't think they're going to change, to be honest, because it's the fear. It's the inner child. I also feel like you're juggling a lot, and this is the advice that Spirit is giving you. It's the Eight of Cups. You put that cup down and you've walked away, but you keep the door open. And you keep looking into your past and you keep wondering, like, what happened? I thought everything was going great. I feel like you had to go through what you went through in order for you to be where you are now. But now there's a love that is standing right there. Like, look at me. I'm here. I want to create more with you. I want to see you. I want to see you doing better. But it's like you're not seeing the cup of love that has been given to you, because now you're spending time looking into your past. Let me just hold on, because I feel like there's two situations that are going on over here. So Spirit guides and angels, the person that they're thinking about in their past, what does that past person feel towards them? If that makes sense. What does that past person feel towards them? Okay, so your person, it's like they felt when they were with you, or when they were talking to you, or when they were catching the vibe, they felt happy. They felt completely happy. They were in their grind. They were having fun. They were laughing. Like, it was that fire. It sparked something within them. But also at the Seven of Swords, they were being sneaky. Like they weren't fully telling the truth. They were looking for something that made them feel fulfilled. They were, maybe they were indulgent. But I feel like, as well as like, that's where the connection happened. Your person, fell in love and didn't realize that they were going to fall in love. But at the end of the day, your person was not telling the truth, which is where that exposure card had to come from. It's like universe had to light something up. Maybe you and your person were chatting at night. Maybe your person saw you at nighttime. Whatever the case may be, universe was exposing something to your person, as in, look, take the blindfolds off. Look at what is presented to you. Look at the happiness that you're seeing. But it's like your person felt guilty in some way or another for their actions or what they've done. So I feel like your person already had a future set for them, to where they created a second future and they were kind of outweighing their options, but your person got scared. And so it's almost like they went back to what they were comfortable with, because they are living in denial. And until they can take the hoodie off and until they can take the blindfolds off, they're not going to see what is there. I feel like your person thinks about you a lot. I feel like your person, knows that they messed up, but they're just so comfortable where they're at. They're not trying to fix anything. There is a harsh and hard conversation that is coming with all of this. Did I pull any? Oh yeah, I did. I pulled the advice for you guys, and I think I did. Yeah, the advice was right now is to leave it alone. The advice is you're juggling too much things anyways, to where you got something that can kind of occupy your mind while your person is busy doing them. All right, you guys, I do hope that you enjoyed these messages. Please do please do follow me. Yeah, I just want to say thank you all very, very much. And I will continue to do it this way. That way it gives you guys, if this is not for you, you can fast forward it to the next one. It's just a little bit more organized in a way of showing you. So I will see you all in the next one. Thank you. Bye.